Hello, in case you're joining us for the first time, where have you been? I'm Patricia, host of the long-running Haiku Pea podcast. Of course, over the last 6 years we've become more than just haiku, and if you delve into our archives, you'll find we feature all sorts of Japanese short forms. Today we're featuring haiku and senryu. First up are Linda's choices from the Poetry Pea video prompt for April. Linda Ludwig is our very hard-working editor for the YouTube prompt. She reads every submission and chooses her favourites from the month. They're featured here and, of course, published in the Poetry Pea Journal. If you'd like to be featured, do go along to our YouTube channel. Leave your haiku and senryu in the comments. All we ask is that they are original work, please. You don't have to be subscribed, but it would be really nice if you did. If you find you can't leave a comment, you'll need to check your settings. It's all set up so you can leave your poem in the comments from our end. I'm looking forward to seeing what Linda chooses. And then to finish the podcast, I have the work that was accepted for our very first Flashku. Flashku is a spontaneous call-out only received by poets on our mailing list. You can sign up for it on the website, if you're not already signed up, that is. You do need to check that our emails don't go into spam, and you will need to read your emails fairly quickly. The call-out doesn't give you a great deal of notice. The clue is in the title, Flashku. Submissions this time far exceeded our expectations, so I thank you for your terrific response to the call. Keep an eye on your inbox for the next one. Now, let's read some poetry, shall we? The reassurance of a midday sun, languid demeanour. The reassurance of a midday sun, languid demeanour. Paul Callis. Summer's eve, dwelling a bit longer on the noon snack. Summer's eve, dwelling a bit longer on the noon snack. Roman Lyakovetsky. The scent of silence in the taste, midday brunch. The scent of silence in the taste, midday brunch. Lakshmi Iyer. Early spring, chewing it over carefully. Early spring, chewing it over carefully. Iavonka Ettinger. A caterpillar in the chirp of a sparrow. Summer skies. A caterpillar in the chirp of a sparrow. Summer skies. Keith Evetts. Great choices, Linda. Don't forget to go over to the Poetry Pea channel and leave your poem in the comments. Linda reads every one of them. And perhaps you'll hear your work on the podcast next month. And of course, be featured in the Poetry Pea Journal. Now a big thank you to all my April coffee sponsors. Debbie Olson, Susan Andrews, Cynthia Anderson, Eric Lohman, Daniela Miso, Rupa Anand, Jenny Shepherd, Jerome Bergland, Linda Ludwig, Roman Lyakovetsky, Kimberly Kuchar, Jason Furtak, and Tony Williams. And of course to everyone who bought the last journal, a big thank you. The next one, the first one for 2023, will be out in July. If you're on the mailing list, you will be notified. And of course, the other advantage is the early bird price. Do sign up for the mailing. Now, before we get back to the poetry, I have something I've been wanting to tell you, but with my schedule there's just not been the right time. You remember our haiku friend Doug Lanzo, or, to be more formal and use his author's name, Douglas J. Lanzo, recently published a young person's novel. And I think I told you that the novel, The Year of the Bear, was nominated for the Ames Award for Young Adults. Well, blow me down with a feather, Douglas won. He is now an award-winning author. He and I will be arranging a little chat about it. You know, a reading from the book, his process of writing, how he got published, all that jazz. We'll do that in the very near future. Many congrats to Doug. Now, let's get back to some original, creative writing of our own. Our Flashku. It was an open submission. You wrote without a topic, but adhering to the principles that we like to keep at Poetry Pea. If you're not sure what they are, do please consult the website. They are there. My thanks to editors Liam Maguire, Ron Craig and Vandana Parashar who joined me for this submission period. They worked really hard over a very short period of time, but it was fun. Thank you. So let me start with 3 poets who received an honourable mention for their submissions. A sip of dew to wet his whistle. Cicada. A sip of dew to wet his whistle. Cicada. Robert Whitmer. Easter oiling a rusty bike chain. Easter oiling a rusty bike chain. Timothy Cremen. Winter winds. Sycamore branches juggle a trillion stars. Winter winds. Sycamore branches juggle a trillion stars. John Hawkhead. Congratulations to them, and I'll bring you the editor's choice at the end. Morning glory, how short love is. Morning glory, how short love is. Alvin Cruz. Snowmelt, the clarity of true north. Snowmelt, the clarity of true north. Steve Barr. Pop-up market. A scent of daffodils fills the air. Pop-up market. A scent of daffodils fills the air. Bonnie J. Shearer. Spring blossoms. This dog stops at every tree. Spring blossoms. This dog stops at every tree. Colette Cairn. Choir practice high in the bare branches, a foursome. Choir practice high in the bare branches, a foursome. Krista Pandy. Picnic shelter, a chattering of starlings. Picnic shelter, a chattering of starlings. John S. Green. Unseasonably dry, neon Budweiser sign on the fritz. Unseasonably dry, neon Budweiser sign on the fritz. Alison Whipple. Peach tea on ice. Local lake levels remain low. Peach tea on ice. Local lake levels remain low. Tina Mowry. Drifting in as I'm drifting off. A whippoorwill's song. Drifting in as I'm drifting off. A whippoorwill's song. Joseph P. Wexelberger. Bitter cold, the nearby waterfall, silent. Bitter cold, the nearby waterfall, silent. C. Bachmann. Christmas morning, Santa Claus deflates on the front lawn. Christmas morning, Santa Claus deflates on the front lawn. Valentina Rinaldi Adams. Driving without a license. Spring wind. Driving without a license. Spring wind. Mimi Ahern. Sweet popcorn breeze. The balloon twister sculpts a swan. Sweet popcorn breeze. The balloon twister sculpts a swan. Richard L. Matter. And now, to end the poetry, our editor's choice. Congratulations to Christopher Pays. It was a close-run thing, but you made it to the top. Well done. In our spot, under the old oak, a hawk opens his lunch. In our spot, under the old oak, a hawk opens his lunch. Christopher Pays. Well now, my lovelies, that's it for the poetry. Just a couple of reminders for you. Do go to the Poetry Pea YouTube channel and leave a haiku or senryu in the comments for Linda to have a read. And if you're not signed up to the mailing, you're going to miss out on the next Flashku opportunity. And probably a lot more than that. So head over to the website and do sign up. Thank you to everyone who submitted work to us. Thank you to my terrific, hard-working editing team. And thank you for being here with me today. Do let me know if the podcasts are working for you. If you'd like to see changes, if you have ideas for other podcasts, I love to get your feedback. And I won't get better at this without you helping me. So until we meet again, keep writing. This time the poetry is not going to be in the show notes, but it will be in Journal 123, hopefully out in July. Ciao!